Story 1, AITA for refusing to help get my stepdaughters to their newest extracurricular activity. My husband has two daughters 13 and 12 with his ex-wife. They have been divorced for almost 11 years and we have been married for 7 years and share two kids together ages 6 and 3. His ex-wife is not currently remarried but she did marry twice since the divorce and has two additional children ages 9 and 5. The co-parenting relationship is very unstable and changeable. Some decisions need to be made via mediation. Others they can agree on to a point. While a few were taken to court for a judge to decide it for them. My relationship with my stepdaughters was good until 3 years ago when their mom's negativity changed how they treat me. They have expressed that they know their mom doesn't like me so they won't like me anymore either. This has been discussed in court and in therapy and nothing has changed. They continue to treat me differently than before. They don't get away with disrespect but they still are way more than before and they're colder with me in general. Now on to the issue where I want to know if I'm TA. My husband and I are typically really good about communicating and he is a supportive husband and father and has done a good job of keeping me out of his ex-wife's way so she can't say crap to me and also standing up for me. I don't join them for talks about the girls. That's him and his ex but my husband and I will discuss it. A few months ago the girls said they wanted to take new dance classes 50 minutes from our home. They already do ballet, dancing for fun which is free and gymnastics. But these dance classes are different. They're also more expensive than the other extracurriculars they do. I told my husband I thought the new dance classes were too far and too expensive and I said they would not work with the schedule we already have. But when he and his ex sat down to discuss it he agreed to these new dance classes which he and his ex will split $5,050. When he told me I wasn't thrilled, because he didn't tell me he was going to agree to them. But I know it's not my decision. But I told him I could not and would not help get the girls there. He told me we'd figure something out. The girls were back with us 2 days after this talk and they said their mom told them I didn't want them to do these dance classes and sucks to be me because I don't have a say because I'm not their parent. My husband told them not to speak to me like that. He was unable to get his parents to take the girls to the new classes so he wanted me to do it. I put my foot down and said no. He said he can't because he has to work. I told him I have to drop our 6-year-old off at his extracurricular that day and it would not work with time. My husband asked his ex if she'd bring them every week and she's saying I'm such an asshole for not driving them and how dare I think I get any say in this. That I need to do what the kids want and stay out of their way otherwise. AITA? Louise 25 says, NTA. You defend your husband but has part of the problem. One, your husband should have never told his ex-kids that you thought negatively of the class, especially without the context that it's too difficult for them to get there. 2, your husband clearly didn't hear you when you said you wouldn't take them. 3, you don't have to be part of hubby X conversation but then hubby X cannot make you part of the plan. 4, tell hubby that your conversations with him need to be confidential. 5, tell hubby X girls that the girls cannot disrespect you and then think they can have their hand out for anything other than the meals you cook at home. Just a Muggle 94 says, NTA, you're not part of the plan, so your help is unnecessary. You have your own children to worry about. Mom wants to continue to advocate for hate, then literally just do what duties need to be done when they are physically in your home. Feed them and make sure they have water and electricity. That's it. Dad also needs to buck the fuck up and remind his ex that if she wants her kids to hate you, you're not doing the extra. He can fight with her about the kids but not about respecting you. Almost sounds like you don't need him either. New Tomato 4476 says, NTA. You were not part of the decision and it's not your job to handle their activities. Your husband and his ex should figure it out. It's fair to set boundaries, especially with the disrespect. Story 2, AITA for telling my mom's family I don't owe her because she had gender disappointment. My mom never wanted a boy. She wanted girls. Apparently her dream was 4 daughters. But she had me 16 meters first. I have seen photos and videos of the day I was born. She cried hysterically when they told her I was a boy. Then she refused to hold me. After we were cleaned up she cried about not using the name she had chosen and said she didn't know how to move on from it. All this was caught on camera. Eventually my paternal grandma took me and she was the person to hold me in photos and videos taken during the rest of our hospital stay. My paternal grandma was my sole parent figure for the first 8 years of my life. She took care of me and I spent so much time at her house. Sometimes I was there for weeks. Then she had a brain bleed and died. So I was left with a mom who wanted girls and not a boy and a dad who wanted to be a provider and nothing more. My mom had my sister Lily 2 years after me. So mom got her girl and Lily got all her attention. Well, I got grandma until I was 8 and then nobody. My mom and Lily are super close and mom adores Lily. Lily got the bigger bedroom, she gets the gifts, she gets all her favorite snacks, she gets to do all the extracurricular activities she could ever want, and her birthdays are huge parties with huge gifts. Christmas she gets at minimum 25 gifts from mom alone. Mom typically gets me one. Never anything I'd like or want, but thought that counts, which is 0. My mom's family don't act too interested in making up for my lack of parental love. And in the last couple of years mom and I have argued more and I give her a hard time. Dad's never around to give him one. But mom, if she wants to ignore me then she can hear how shitty it is, and if she wants to treat my sister like a perfect angel then she can hear about it. Mom has mentioned how I ruined her dream of 4 daughters. We were at mom's parents' house Friday and mom gushed about Lily doing good on a project in the scooter she got Lily to help her get around easier. She got Lily a custom helmet and a personalized lock for her scooter. She couldn't stop talking about it and I told her she really does love to shower her favorite in gifts and praise. My mom's family told me I should take it easier on her and said I should understand we had some little troubles because of mom's gender disappointment. I told them I don't owe her shit because she had gender disappointment and that I didn't ask to be born to a mom who only wanted daughters. They told me I lacked adult understanding and compassion. AITA? Anon says, removed front_scholar 9757 says, NTA. Your mom is toxic and extremely shallow. So many out there are desperate for a healthy baby. Regardless of gender. She's blessed with just that, rejects it. I'm so sorry your mom is like that and for the loss of your grandmother. The good news is, you're almost an adult. My advice is to focus on yourself and work hard so you can get out of there. Then you can choose when you see her in what capacity. Side note, I really hate the concept of gender disappointment, feel it's becoming more obvious with these huge trendy gender reveals. Nobody needs to see their parents bratting because they're not what they expected. People need to grow TF up, realize what's important in life. Outrageous_fly_4296 says, NTA. Your mother needs to grow up. You are in no way responsible for mitigating her disappointment that the fantasy she created in her head long before you even existed didn't materialize. Her inability to cope with reality should have never been your problem. It is grotesque to expect a child which you are at 16 to be understanding of a mother's immaturity. Continue to call your mom's behavior. Speak up for yourself. And go and see with her and anyone else defending her BS as soon as it is legally and financially possible. Thanks for watching. I love you. Follow Reddit Echoes for more.